Why do people come around and ask for forgiveness when they didn't ask you for permission to commit the offense in the first place? Just something to think about. Hey guys, welcome to Big Sister. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being subscribers to my channel. Please like, share, and just subscribe, guys, if you're not subscribers. And of course, you're always welcome to just pop in if that's what you prefer to do. But liking the videos, commenting is going to help to circulate. It does some to the algorithm, which gives my baby channel some more exposure. So guys, I'm going to talk very briefly about this. Why is it that people come around, some people, they come around asking you to forgive them for things that they have done or said. Sometimes you're not even aware that they were feeling this way. You have no clue. But they come around saying, I'm sorry, forgive me, can you forgive me? But they never asked you for permission before committing that offense. They didn't come to you to try to maybe get a different perspective when they had this bad feeling or whatever it is that they plotted or planned on doing. Or again, whatever feelings of jealousy or animosity or anger, they were not interested in coming to you to kind of sit down and get a better understanding. You see, a lot of times people, they want to feel angry. They want to be angry. They want to get you. They want to be vindictive and malicious. And then maybe their conscience hits them, maybe, and then they want you to make them feel better. After they've allowed themselves to feel all these bad things about you, after they've allowed themselves to do all these horrible things, after they allow themselves to be malicious and vindictive and go behind your back, now they come, oh, can you forgive me? And a lot of times, sometimes you have to, give them the side eye, because sometimes people want you to forgive them, especially in cases where they've done something and you're aware of it. They'll come around and they say sorry because they realize they need something else from you. They may miss hanging out with you. You may have connections to people that they realize, man, I messed up. Now I'm not talking to this person. I don't have access to these individuals anymore. Maybe they look bad and now they're trying to, maybe someone really looked at them a certain way, like, man, I can't believe you did that. So in order to look like a better person to this individual, let's say it's a guy or girl that saw them do something and now they're kind of turned off or put off by them because of what they heard that they did to you. Well, in an effort to try to win this person over or to win this group over, they're suddenly trying to come up to you, wanting you to forgive them so these groups, this individual or these groups of people can see y'all together and be like, oh, well, she's a nice person. Oh, he's got to be a good person then. You understand what I'm saying? It is amazing how people will come around asking for forgiveness so they can feel better, so they can take the burden off themselves, or after they've already done the dirty deed, after they've allowed themselves to think bad of you, after they've allowed themselves to say evil things against you, do things, sabotage you, and then now on top of it, they want forgiveness. Now, guys, for me, I do believe that forgiveness is very important. Holding unforgiveness against a person is like you drinking poison and expecting the other person to drop dead. It does poison you because it hurts the heart. When someone does something against you, something happens on the inside. And then you build up a protective barrier around yourself. And then a lot of times what ends up happening is it's like a seed that is planted in you. And then through your fear and your anger, you water it. And then it begins to germinate and it springs up. And it becomes as a vine. And what often ends up happening is you end up harming or hurting people who have no intention of hurting you because of what you experience with someone else. But what you have to understand is forgiveness is something that takes time. It's not something that a person can, after hurting you, just can walk up to you and say, can you forgive me? And just expect it on the spot. That is a very selfish act. They will have that, well, I said I'm sorry, why can't you forgive me? Because forgiveness is something that is bestowed onto you not at the detriment of the other person. The person must reach a place and a space in their life where they feel that way. And that may be today, at this moment, if they genuinely can do that, or it may be next year. That is something you wait on and you don't force it. You understand? And again, I will say, when you are forgiving someone, it's not lip service. Because a lot of times people have said, I forgive you, but they don't. That's why they come back and they ask a lot of questions. They come back and they're still a certain way. And then the person who's committed the offense is like, why you keep asking me those questions? I already said I'm sorry, right? Because they just think it's just that easy. Oh, yes, I cheated on you. I know I hit you. I know I lied on you. I know I caused the breakup of your relationship, but I said I'm sorry. Like, it's not that simple. So that's why you have to take the time. You can be honest and tell them, I cannot give you an answer right now. I don't want to have anything to do with you right now. And you have a right to not respond at all. But what I would say, guys, is forgiveness is for you. And you get the counsel. You can go online. You can talk to a counselor, whatever you need to do, prayer, and just work through that. And you take your time with it. All right. And if you reach a place where you are able to forgive them, then do that. Because again, it sets you free. It's like they put this mark on you and you never wash it off. You just walk around with it. They put a little dot in your forehead and you walk around. See, if forgiveness was, if offenses came up in little dots on our faces, and the more you hold it in, the bigger those dots get, we would probably have a healthier way of dealing with those type of things. You also have to keep in mind that forgiving a person does not always mean that you are going to have friendships with them. Oftentimes people will ask for forgiveness, or they say that they're sorry, but they think that they can still come over to your house. They think that, oh, you guys are still going to be sitting on the school bus together, riding to school together. They're still going to be doing the things that they used to do. And it's like, no, you can forgive a person, but you can create boundaries and set distance. And it's not unforgiveness. It's just that you have wised up. I'm not going to keep telling you my deepest things. I'm not going to keep sharing things about my family or someone I'm in a relationship with if you have shown me that you will betray that. I'm not going to share my deepest thoughts or the things that I'm embarrassed about and trying to work through if you've shown me that you have the ability to exploit that or tell other people about those things when you are angry. And that does not mean that you haven't forgiven them. I have forgiven you for the action and what you have done. But with that said, I will be a fool not to learn the lesson in it and to adhere to it. Because everything that comes in our lives, guys, it's for us to learn a lesson from it. But it is amazing, guys. It's so funny. I'm like, people will come up and asking you to forgive them for things. And I'm like, but did you ask me permission? Did you ask me permission to go out there and hurt me? A lot of times they want to get out of jail free card. They want to escape the bad feeling. They want to try to look good to other people. And other times, guys, it's because they realize that, you may be, you're become successful, you're doing well, you have connections, and they still want that. They cut their nose off to spite their face. They threw out the baby with the bathwater, and they realized out of their anger and malice, they acted rashly, and now they've lost you, but now they still want you back. They want you back because there's more. They want to be riding on your coattail, or they want to look a certain way to people. And so you have to be smart enough, guys, not to allow your emotions or feelings, or even people, right? Because a lot of times people will come around and be like, oh, well, they said that they're sorry, that this and that, because they're looking at things on the surface. But if someone has slept with your boyfriend, slept with your girlfriend, betrayed your trust on the highest level, it's one thing to just have an argument and you guys may say some things to one another. But when they have betrayed your trust, done something that could be a detriment to your well-being, your family, your mental health, your emotional health, that type of person, no. Ultimately, forgiveness is for yourself and you do the work for that, but it does not mean they come back in your life. So let that be a lesson to learn. We need to be careful the things that we do and we say to people. Don't ask me for forgiveness when you didn't ask me for permission when you were doing the offense. All right, guys. Bye.